What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sold Out, and you can see what it is today. We have the MB1s, we have the Zion ones. I figure I would make this video because this is both of these guys' like first shoe put out by respected brands. Not against Big Baller brand, but we kind of knew that wasn't going to really work out when we see the price tag on the real first original MB1s or whatever they were called. I'm gonna start with the Zion one. We're gonna do like we always do, work our way from the top to the bottom, and obviously the heel slipping comfort on this, if you guys see my video, you know it is absolutely amazing. This padding wraps all the way around here, and it is one of the most comfortable sneakers in the back half of the shoe that I have felt in a long time. Onto the MB1s. This rivals it. This is super comfortable sneaker. Probably second on that list from the comfort. Like when you get that foot in there and you lace these up, they just feel good back here, man. They feel tight around your ankle and they feel super plush. Both sneakers did. Zion might have had a little bit more padding, but Melo's padding was almost like a memory foam type feel. Like I'm not sure what they used to create that, but it almost has that memory foam like forms to your ankle. So when it comes to this heel slip-in comfort, I got to give them both a tie. So I went true to size on both these sneakers. I do not regret that decision. They both fit me very well. But the Zion, I have to give it to the Zions with the fit. The fit is 1-to-1. This is very, very, very close. But this right here just forms to my foot. It formed very nicely. It almost felt, like I said in my video, almost like it was like a PE to me. Like it just felt like it was made from my foot. And I absolutely love that about the Zion ones. With the Melo, it was right there with it. I mean, this just conformed to my foot. I think that mesh just kind of really wrapped my foot well. Now down onto laces. Laces were good on both sneakers. Zion had some kind of the skinny, fat laces. They were nice, nothing to write home about. Melo's had almost like the Nike GT Cut neoprene laces, which I thought was very nice. No lacing issues on either one of these sneakers. Now down onto the tongue. A lot of people said they didn't like the tongue on the Zion one. I love the tongue. It gave me no issues. I love that it was ported. It has a few ports. I don't know if you guys can see that in there. Ported here and here. And then it has a padding. See if I can get this up here. It has a padding right there. So when you lock that shoe down, you don't feel that pinching and that annoying nuisance that some laces and some of the lockdown on some of the sneakers they released this year will give you, like the Nike GT Run. When you lock them down, you're pinched every time you're moving your feet. I move a lot. I mean, we all move a lot if we're playing basketball. Nobody wants to feel that, so I was glad that they put some nice padding on this tongue. Otherwise, you might get that because the tongue at the top is very thin. I mean, that's like paper thin up there, but it is very, very comfortable. Now, down onto the Melo. The tongue on this was very, very padded. Felt very good on foot. I would give the edge if you're comparing tongue. It's like a deal breaker for you, which I'm sure it isn't for a lot of us. But the tongue on the Melo was actually a little bit more comfortable. There was just a lot more padding. It is ported, but it's thick, so you might get a little bit of hot on top of the foot, but it's like nothing. It's not like a deal breaker. It's still a good solid tongue on the Melo ones. So now down onto materials. The Zion one is made of the mesh. I'll roll some footage so you guys can see some up close of that. It's got a lot of synthetic hits all the way around the shoe. This is almost like kind of almost feels like a foam posit. There's like a little bit of padding in the back. Kind of gives me that like old school foam posit vibe. And then they use synthetic suede up here, which, I mean, a couple toe drags. If you're a toe dragger, it might not be the sneaker for you because you might rip that up. And then it has this material here. I thought this would probably rip soon when I got it, and it hasn't. I beat on this shoe. You can see the translucent sole is, and I mean, I cleaned it after every run, so I mean, it's getting there. But I beat on this shoe and I've had no durability issues whatsoever. It really surprised me in my first initial video. I was worried about when I bend my foot right here. I was really waiting for that to rip. It did not rip. So materials on that, I actually like synthetic, so I actually enjoyed playing in the Zion one. Now down onto the Melo ball. Materials on this, probably one of the most durable that I've seen in a long time, just because it's got so much going on. It's got the jersey material. Right here, it's got the embroidered part. On this side, it's a synthetic, which I really wasn't a fan of. I really, really wish they would have embroidered that all the way around. And I seen the black and teal pair, and for some reason, both sides on that were embroidered all the way around. So I don't know if they're already listening to people at Puma and saying, hey, we need to just wrap that all the way around the shoe. But I think that's dope that they are taking that into consideration, or someone is paying attention and watching. Now, for the materials, I liked it a lot. It was breathable, all jersey material. Seeing some of the B-roll, that the jersey material is actually really nice. It's heavy duty. And now when you get to the front of the shoe, it has a smooth rip top material over top of that jersey. That jersey's still there even though you can't see it. Once you get it in hand, you can see it up when you look very close. And then on top of that, it has like a plastic synthetic wrapped over top of that. So for me, I thought that was super dope that they took the time to really like beef this shoe up, knowing that it might add a little bit of weight, but they still took the time to beef it up and not just leave it at the bare jersey material like they did on the side. Now, down into stability and lockdown. No complaints whatsoever with the Zion 1 when it comes to stability and lockdown. I put my foot in here. I feel super safe. I mean, look at that. That outrigger is massive. I don't even think I've seen an outrigger like that on a sneaker before. Now you can see the difference in that. You can see that outrigger. That outrigger is absolutely beastly. It makes you feel very safe. I mean, just looking down at the ground, you're like, it's impossible to roll my ankle. It's never impossible, but you get that feeling when you put this shoe on. When you lock it down, these right here, these lace locks right here, cinch down, they are absolutely comfortable. Everything feels good. That tongue conforms to your foot. You feel safe. You feel sturdy in this sneaker. I had no issues with that in this sneaker. Now, onto the Melo. It really wasn't an issue because, I mean, they played super comfortable. Like I said, I bought two pair of these, a pair to play in, a pair to wear. I just wish they would have added an outrigger on this. That's really my only complaint, or maybe made the base just a little bit wider. I mean, it's wide enough. Just a nice outrigger right here, maybe coming off this translucent like infrared sole. I think that would have helped the sneaker maybe a little bit. Maybe people feel a little bit more confident in the stability. But other than that, I had no issues. I felt comfortable in this shoe. I felt safe in this shoe. Once I got the laces locked up, felt great. Had no issues with that, and the Melo neither. So really the only issue is I just kind of wish, and it's not an issue, I just wish they added the outrigger to this sneaker. Now, down to the cushion. Right off rip, Zion 1 wins. And I've heard a lot of people talk bad about the Zion 1, especially the translucent version. This is probably one of my favorite sneakers that I have right now. I kept this around for a reason. I've played in tons of shoes. I love a bunch of shoes that I played in, as you've seen on the channel. But this right here, the comfort on this is, and I'm a small dude. I'm 150 pounds with a hoodie on. So, like, the comfort with this was just amazing. It was phenomenal. The Strobel, the Zoom Air Strobel was awesome in this sneaker. I loved it. The foam is Phylon, and I think that Strobel makes up for that. The Phylon makes it like sturdy, stable, but that Air Zoom Strobel gives it that little bit of bounce when you're running up and down the court. You can feel that comfort every step that you take, and I actually like feeling that in a sneaker. I'm a fast guard. I know a lot of people like to be responsive and super quick, but I don't think this took from anything. I didn't play any different. I still launched the same. I still cut the same. So you could take that with a grain of salt. That's just how I play, but comfort on this was absolutely phenomenal. Now, there's no really complaints on the Melo 1. This is definitely responsive, more responsive than the Zion, I would say. You know, you don't get that like bounce feeling, but you get comfort. Like the nitro foam on this, it's comfortable. I heard you do have to like wear these a few times and get that nitro foam to break in, but with how bad it's caged right here, I don't really think we're gonna experience that on the Melo 1s. I don't think we're gonna get a chance to really feel the nitro foam and the cushion in this, but it does its job. I think Melo liked a responsive shoe. I don't know if he really wanted to feel any bounce in his sneakers. He does a lot of dribbling, a lot of cutting, so I don't really think Melo wanted that like super soft sole. I think he designed the sneaker just how he plays, and it performs the same. It's very responsive, no issues. It's not like it's uncomfortable at all. It does its job. So the traction for everybody. You can go watch a lot of videos on YouTube. People will hate on this traction. A lot of people don't like clear translucent soles. This was the first colorway. I didn't want to get the clear translucent sole just because everybody was dogging on it and saying how bad Jordans and Nikes and everybody's clear translucent rubber is really. I think I heard a couple good things about Reeboks. So with that being said, this translucent sole was the shit. I just got the Dame 8s. I think it was like last week. Went, warmed to the gym. I knew I had an open gym with my son later that night. The Dame 8s were absolutely awful. I didn't even want to take them. So I grabbed the Currys and I grabbed the Zions. And I decided a couple nights before I wore the Currys in the same gym. Slipped a little, just had to wipe the dust. And the Currys, I mean, it's really not that bad. You just quick wipe and you're back to normal. I think I wiped twice and I played for like 2 hours. So I don't know what it would separate my pair from anybody else's pair, maybe the way I play. I don't know what it is. I have cleaned these, so maybe that's what it is. I clean these usually after I use them just because I don't want the yellowing going on as bad as there's probably no stopping the yellowing, but I clean them after every time, so maybe that helps my cause. So if anybody's looking for like a cleaning product for the bottom of your shoes after you hoop, grab some Rejuvenator because I haven't had no issues, and maybe that's the reason my pair is not as slippery as a couple other guys that I've seen on YouTube. A lot of people dog this shoe. I absolutely love it. Matter of fact, I throw it in my top 5 for 2021 on my traction list. On to the Melo. The Melo, at first it was nice. It was like glue. Ran up and down the court a few times, and then I started noticing the dust come in. You see the Kobe 11s behind me. It was almost similar to that. Great traction after you wipe. And then it picks up dust, couple wipes. And it's easy wipes, just quick, easy wipes. And I can't just call the traction very good because how much I was having to wipe on the court that I was on. I would say it's solid traction. Like, you just got to wipe a couple of times. If it's not a big deal to you, go ahead and get these. There's no issues with it. Like I said, it performs good on a super clean court. You probably gripping and ripping in these. I mean, there's the pattern, everything. Like when I first got them out the bag and ran up and down the court, great traction, no issues whatsoever. Once I started playing a little more, picking up speed, cutting, slicing, I started feeling a little bit more slippage, and it's not bad like the Dame 8. You're not gonna slip out. Like, this regroups quick. It's like not like a slip out. It's just like a quick slit. You know what I mean? So it's really nothing bad. So now down onto aesthetics, I'm gonna have to go with the MB1. I think the Zion was more designed for basketball, purely basketball, and not so much aesthetically like LaMelo's personality. You can see LaMelo's personality in the sneaker. You know what I mean? So for aesthetics, I'd probably have to go with the LaMelo. I do like the looks of it. I think a couple of the other colorways were fire. I seen a teal pair, a white pair, and a green pair, I think. I don't know if them are going to come out, but then I also seen his PEs. A couple of his PEs were like the black and orange, the black and teal. Them were fire too, I thought. So, but I'm going to keep these around for a little while, guys. I don't know how much hooping I'll be doing in them just because I got so many other shoes I'm trying to get to and want to do some more videos, get some more videos out to you guys, and I'm really getting impatient about the Curry 9s coming out. Like, just drop the damn things already. Under Armour, shit. Can we get the Curry 9s out to the public? I'm not trying to go on StockX and pay $300-$400 for size 8. But with that being said, guys, yes, I would recommend both of these sneakers to you guys. I don't even care what position you play. If you're a big guy and you're up and down, you might want to go with the Zions just because you got that zoom Strobel in it. And if you're a guard, you could go with this. But if you're a guard or a big guy, you could go with either of these sneakers, and I don't think you will be disappointed. You got good support, good lockdown on both sneakers, nice cushioning, really nice cushioning on the Zion one. I would recommend these sneakers to anyone in any grade level. I actually got these for my youngest son. My daughter hoops in these. She's got the purple glow in the dark pair. My son has the red and white pair, and then my littlest son has these to hoop in his school league that he just started last week, and he just thought he was the truth when he tied these on at the gym. We went to the new gym that was built at the school, shot around for a little while. He absolutely was freaking out, saying Melo instead of Kobe after shots, which, you know, I guess that's what it's coming to now. You know, it's time for the new era to start, but I ain't never gonna stop saying Kobe. That being said, guys, I appreciate everyone tuning in. I appreciate all the subscribers. We are almost up to 500. I'm hoping we can gain a little bit more traction and start getting it going a little bit faster. But I really just like to thank all you guys, and I really want to get a Steph Curry 8 giveaway going on here. I might change my mind. If we hit 1,000 fast, maybe I'll give them the MB1s away. I don't know. We'll see what sneaker I want to give away. I'm not sure. Won't give Zions away because I've played in these things a freaking bunch. Thanks, guys, for comment, and subscribing, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Sold Out. Peace.